Hello, witches, and welcome to this live divination ceremony that is specially curated for neurodivergent, black sheep, cycle breaking, queerdo magical practitioners. I only read for witches. The way that I go about this divination ceremony is likely very different from what you're accustomed to. Because of that, I refuse to engage with you as if you don't have access to the same information that I do. You don't have to have a relationship with tarot or oracle cards in order to participate in this divination ceremony. You will soon see why. It's because of how I do this. My name is Jen Marie. I am an initiated high priestess and sorceress of chaos. I founded an international resource center and deeper mystery school for neurodivergent black sheep cycle breaking queerdos. And yeah, I am hell bent on forming the most influential coven in the world. And I am excited to meet with you if this is a first for you. For those of you that join me regularly when I do these divination ceremonies, hello. Not to make it weird, but that's kind of my thing. It is Sunday. It is it is a very busy day for me, actually, because we have the ritual rave at the resource center today. And the resource center is a digital space. And so this is going to be open to any witch who wants to participate in it. But we have an international community. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We have been working on curating this experience for you all month, as we do, because we do this once a month. And this particular ritual rave is all about celebrating how awesome you are. We call it the zenith moon. So this is like big Leo energy. And yeah, we do not have a specific dress prompt or a ceremonial attire prompt yet, but we will soon. I'm still working those out. But until then, your best bet is to come wearing something that makes you feel powerful and something that you can move in because we will be making you sweat. Movement is a part of this ceremony, how we are raising energy for our collective manifestations this month. So something that you can move in and something that makes you feel powerful. You can choose to be on or off camera. It's totally up to you. Yeah. It's one of my favorite ceremonies. They're all my favorite. If you haven't noticed, all of the meetings are my favorite and all of the rituals are my favorite. Because I love what I do. Okay, so I am going to start this divination ceremony by taking 3 deep breaths. And then I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. I too am a neurodivergent black sheep cycle breaking queerdo. So with raging ADHD, adjust your expectations accordingly. You will soon see that as I draw tarot cards, other witches are also going to be drawing cards and putting them in the comments. This is so that we can get that sweet validation that we, again, are a lot more connected than we have been made to believe. And, I have 3 cats in my room right now. And one of them, Miss Cleo right here, is a recovering trash cat. And she does not like anybody else, particularly my familiar right here, because he's blind and strange. And so she's like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? It's a whole thing. Will there be drama? Will there be drama? We don't know. But a little context there, guys, just so you know. You're absolutely, if you want to wear a crown, I think next year that a crown will be associated with the attire, because we have a different theme every moon. Every month is a different, like, vibe, and it's the same every year. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. Now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up from my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. This is my first time shuffling my deck with braces on because we're allowed accommodations, y'all. I am a hypermobile witch, and I'm toeing the threshold of cronehood. I was a fashion designer for many years and used scissors a lot. And so these particular joints are a little unpredictable. So I very well could drop my deck. I have no idea what to expect here. Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll, please. Hey, that's not, whoa, not too bad, but they do get hung up on the cards a little bit. I just have to hold my hands a little bit differently. I definitely have to retrain myself on where the cards are sitting. I'm so glad you guys are with me on this. I'm so glad I decided to use these for the very first time live in front of a bunch of people. Why? Like, why do I do this to myself? I have no idea. Yeah, right. It's like an overachiever here. You can do it. I hope this helps me be a little bit more relatable, guys. That's my goal. I am currently working on designing ritual attire for the altar crew for the ritual rave. So all the witches that are dancing to like support you guys through it. I'm currently designing ritual attire for that. I have this like it's so funny. What were we saying, Ocean? Was it like the goth clown monk? Look, I always do that. Kind of like clown slash kind of like a circus vibe, but gothic and like tattered and textural. So mhm, I'm so excited about it. Okay. With like a nod to like punk, like a punk goth clown circus vibe. When I originally pitched the idea for the ritual rave, I was like, "Yeah, I could totally see us doing like a big tent revival, for witches and going from town to town, putting up a big, like, circus tent and having these big ritual raves so we can raise energy for our community." And, yeah, witch, clown, pirate, punk, monk, cowboy. Yeah. All right, we drew the 6 of cups reversed for the card that represents where our attention needs to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice. So I am going to read directly from the card without influencing your interpretation of what this card means to you. You are not going to judge me for my homesteader nails because I live on a homestead. And I had my hands in the dirt yesterday. I built a pig house yesterday. Morgana and I finally finished the pig house and got it moved out into the barnyard. Anyway, are we ready? Okay. You're ready to let go of the past. Perhaps you're at a stage where you're ready to move on to adulthood, or you may be letting go of an abusive relationship. If you're going through therapy, this can be a good omen. However, you may be looking at things through rose colored glasses. Be sure that you are also focusing on the present to have a complete perspective. And then the upright, because it's about the whole card. You may be reminiscing about your childhood or thinking about someone from your past. This card represents children and can represent working with adolescence, simplicity, playfulness, innocence, protection, and family. Take the support available from family and close friends. So allow yourself to feel into that. And the first thing that comes to your mind when I'm reading that, ask yourself, does this mean? What does it mean? I'm going to be doing the same. We're going to brew on this and then we're going to talk about it. Yes. So Ocean corrected itself. So it was a gay pirate, witch, clown, monk, cowboy was the original thing. Okay. You ready for me to influence you? We need a brew song, like a brewing song. Okay. Yeah. Well, how many of you feel like you're at a point of this like weird nostalgia where you're like thinking about things from your past? You're not like stuck there, but it seems to come up, right? This like you're a little extra nostalgic. So this when Yeah, the Jeopardy jingle. When we okay, hold on, how do I say this? So this card feels like this preparation for this transition, right? And, let's face it, you had kind of an interesting childhood. You've had kind of a wild ride. And, nostalgia is not necessarily a comfortable thing and usually gets us kind of spiraling in one way or another. But this has like the vibe of that transition into adulthood, right? So you're recognizing, hey, this happened and you're ready to make this transition, right? But what do you do with that? Especially if it's like it's coming up a lot recently, just like uh thoughts about what your childhood was like or your relationship with innocence even. It could be that you have a lot of kids around you all like all of a sudden. And so it's bringing up all of these like thoughts about your childhood. This to me feels like now is that time to kind of lean into it just a little bit, right? We're not sitting here, we're not trying to stir up things from the past. What we're trying to find out is what about your childhood or innocence or engaging with children or play, your relationship that it was, what do you want to take with you? And what is like time to close the door on that part of your life, to resolve it. And I like to think that when we start having these feelings of nostalgia in the past, kind of out of nowhere, or it seems to become this like consistent pattern, undeniable pattern, right? Of this like stuff from your past comes up. It to me, it feels like that's a past version of myself asking for help, calling out to me, summoning my attention in one way or another. And when I choose to answer that summoning, this is where time is weird. Okay. This is where time is all kind of happening at the same time. So when I choose to answer that summoning and put my attention on wherever I'm being called to, that is me time traveling and being the higher or brighter self to that version of myself. Right. So it's all like happening at the same time. Anyway, now is kind of the time to do that a bit. Right. What is pinging you? What is if you could condense it down to like a common feeling, what are you feeling in this nostalgia? Um, and asking yourself what parts of that need addressed so that you can set it aside, or what parts need to be like teased out so you can bring it with you. Okay. So that's what I get with that. And this is the card that represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's influencing our ability to really do this, kind of sit with this work here. Strength reversed is what we drew. This card. And then I'm going to read it. You need to cool your jets because things are about to get out of control. Keep an eye out for mood swings and avoid stressful situations. You may feel like you're unable to handle most things as you normally would. This can also be a sign of jealousy or that you need to focus on regaining confidence. And the upright is you're cool under pressure and retain compassion all the while, even if it causes you harm. You're patient and can accomplish great feats with your determination alone. Your strength will be rewarded shortly. So what does that feel like for you? Again, what you're in resistance to or in denial of. And then we're going to see how they play together. Right. So, this is interesting. This is, I find it interesting because confidence and like bravery and all of those things are what we're working on this month at the resource center. That's like where our focus is. But this is a little different, right? I don't feel like it's quite that like on the nose. To me, it feels like this journey of you kind of addressing childhood, something in your childhood that has influenced your confidence specifically. Like this card might be like this reading might be very on the nose. Doesn't usually happen, but it's like something that happened in your childhood that is influencing your something about like um it's usually about innocence and protection and creativity and all that, like that part of yourself. Something happened to that is influencing your ability to like navigate with confidence, to recognize your own strength even. And so it's almost as if this is saying to go to that child part of yourself, that younger part of yourself, and remind yourself of the strength that you have. This is like go be a hype man to your younger self because the the next step, the next part of your journey is going to require this part of yourself as you like step in that like transition into adulthood, right? Your child self needs to be encouraged and reminded of their strength so that you can cross this threshold. Ta-da! Very straightforward. How are we feeling with that, guys? Last couple of readings. Yesterday's reading was like very direct as well. Like a strange weekend. Strange. Like I love the directness. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love the directness, but there it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's our reading for the day. And I'll be back tomorrow and we're going to do this all over again. If you want to hang out with me at the ritual rave this afternoon, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get your invitation link by following this thing right there to this place right there. And you can sign up for any of the free public events that we do. We do a lot because we are passionate about empowering neurodivergent witches to start repairing their relationship with themselves, their magic, and their community. Because there are a lot of us, and we don't have to do this alone anymore. All right. That all being said, let's close out this working. Hand on your heart, take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements in both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches. And remember, if you can't be good at it. And I'll see you later. Bye.